Hello YouTube and welcome back. My name is Zadarkos and today I'm going to give you 10 tips to win your placements games for the season 8. I'm going to give you the tips that I use myself. The first one is to play offensive champions because you're going to play against people in lower divisions as well. And what you want is to be able to snowball as early as possible so you can carry. Playing defensive champions and late game champions is going to avoid that and make it hard for yourself, because even if you're playing a really good late game champion, if your team overall just starts losing in the early game, most likely you will be losing the game yourself. So pick offensive champions that can make you snowball and win the game. The other one is to have low expectations from your team. Don't expect to be carried by your team. It is your job to do it because you are the one that wants to climb. Even if your team is making mistakes, you are not going to teach them how to play correctly just in 20 or 30 minutes. Make sure that you will be able to carry the team. Don't really force them to be what they are not. It's going to happen. You will have bad teammates and you should not lean on them. Pick your best champions and be the one able to carry. The next one is, of course, try not to tilt. Tilting is basically you will be playing differently, maybe a little bit more stressed after losing some games or even just one. Avoid tilting. If you have a bad game, maybe just switch your role for your secondary role if you're good at it, or have a little break before you start playing again. Because once you start tunnel visioning on the bad things and you tilt too much, it's going to be harder to actually play correctly. So try as you can to not tilt. The next one is that ignore trolls. I mean, if you catch a troll, don't talk to them, don't even react to them. If he wants to go AFK, leave him AFK. If he wants to still steal some CS, let him steal some CS, because if you talk to this kind of people, they will just be attention whores and will try to even do worse. If they are AFK, if they rage, if they flame, if they do something stupid, just ignore them completely, because that's the best thing you can do against people that are catching some attention. Just ignore them completely and you will be most likely able to just keep playing your game, even if it's hard, but there's nothing else you can do. But talking to them and flaming back, it's the worst thing possible. Just play your game as best as you can. The next one is to use the smart pings correctly as much as you can. Telling somebody that some player is missing, telling your jungler that there's a bush with vision, pinging that you are coming helps a lot, because the ping sound catches attention. There's a lot of players, especially in lower helos, that don't pay attention to the minimap. Maybe you are roaming and want to gank somebody and they don't even notice that you are. Maybe you saw enemy roaming past the ward and they didn't. So use the pings, because it's easier to wake up your team and catch their attention to play it correctly. The next one is that you always have room for improvement. Don't think that because you won one game, maybe you even got 20 kills, that the next one, the game is going to be easy because the previous one was. Always do your best and always try to improve and do better. Increase your CS amount, decrease your death ratio. Maybe you want to roam more, maybe you want to push for more objectives. Always have a constructive point of view on your games, even if you win or lose. Don't be self-destructive, but be self-constructive. The next one is to avoid high-risk plays. If you are the one carrying, if you have the game in your hands, and even if you are snowballing, don't suddenly start 3v1 or 4v1 fights. Don't try to do any flashy play, because if you die and you are the guy holding the game and you die, most likely after that moment the enemy team is just going to push all the way up to the Nexus. They're gonna take Baron or Drake or whatever. So 2 feet steady on the ground and avoid something risky that can make your team lose, because you are the guy that is holding the game. The next one is to make a pre-game checklist. Make sure that you are not having a bad internet connection. Make sure that your computer is not slow. Make sure that you have the right runes, the right summoner spells, that you don't need to just suddenly go and have dinner with your mother and father. Make sure that you can pay the full attention to the game and play it comfortably at your home how you should. Because this is very stupid, but it happens many times. Somebody is in a hurry to go away. They're 20 minutes in the game and say they have to go away. They say they have something to do. Make sure that you can do it and play the game all the way up with full attention. The next one is to maybe duo with rivals. If you have friends that are around the same elo than you, and you basically are very competitive with each other, maybe doing together at the start phase, so both of you can have a pretty similar starting ground, can be something that is fun and gives you a sense of competitive rivalry. Because you don't want to be worse than your friend, you know, you want to be better than him, and sorry, and this will make it so that when you go into the game with him, you will do your best so you can beat him, have a better score. Maybe you are the one that carries him, maybe you are the one that says, see, we win because I am here. And in the end, once the placements are done, both of you start around the same place, and this will make a season a lot more fun to just keep comparing each other along the time. The last one, and not the least, is that of course, vision. Use a lot of words and avoid face checking. Control with words important places like Baron, jungle entrances, and Drake. Use the sweeper lens to clear. And maybe if you're playing against really bad teams that don't even ward themselves, that's an advantage to you. If they don't ward but you do ward, you will have knowledge in the game that they don't have, and just that is going to give you a big jump on them. It's like in war. Before firing a single gun, there's a lot of intelligence in the background, strategy and reconnaissance, that even in League of Legends, if you know something that the enemy doesn't know or they don't expect you to know, you will have an edge on them. These are the tips that you should keep in attention for the placements for this season. Now go out there and catch them and climb that ladder. My name is Ben Zadarkos, and this video, as always, was made for you. Good luck, and I'll see you pretty soon with a new one. Bye bye.